Reboom of the century incoming for purple? Could be. It could be. Alright. Well, we cast one of these earlier on the recordings that I had prepared, but we've got a live one here, and it's all of our favorite people all in one game. So let's introduce them, shall we? We've got Kyler here as the Saracens. He is on a team with Boy Wonder playing as the Malay, Max playing as the Kumans, and I think the only player that I don't super know is Verbose here playing as the Tatars. Rubenstock says, well, WTF, where wood? So I feel that. He kind of was looking for wood here, found Boy Wonder's TC, so couldn't go on that wood line. But he found a nice TC spot for himself. Alright, so that team I just introduced is up against Rubenstock playing as the Franks. Full is down here playing as the Ethiopians. We've got Bell here as the Spanish, and Valessa is over here as the Burmese. And let me just check real fast here. Yeah, Verbose is 1700 and Bell is about 1900. Okay. I don't know Bell that well either. All right. So that's how we're set up here. And TCY, Rubenstock says, I go TC, let's go. Let us go, Rubenstock. So Rubenstock is... Oh, and Boy Wonder... Oh, okay, let's go. Ruben AFK. Boy Wonder asks if Rubenstock is AFK. And Rubenstock is about to TC drop Boy Wonder, so that's just going to add some fuel to this fire that Rubenstock's got broiling inside of him. I like that a lot. All right, let's go. So we're going to have some action here shortly, but what else is happening on this map? Verbose is kind of in a tough spot. He's in between Full over here and Bell over here. So kind of sandwiched in between enemies. We'll see what the game plan is here for Verbose. As the lowest elo player in the game. Double teamed down here a bit. Isn't Rubenstock a TC drop master? He is. He is the original TC dropper. We just... you might not have been here yet, Coco, but Rubenstock, we just cast a recording from, I think, yesterday, but I can't remember when the game actually was, but we just cast Rubenstock in a game where he TC dropped and absolutely annihilated two different people in one game. So, Rubenstock is indeed very effective with the TC drop. Valessa is going unique unit as the Burmese. So, Full says, okay, I'm going water. So, Arambai for Valessa is interesting. He used to be able to go full Arambai pretty easily. But a couple nerfs have happened to them since then. They're still okay if you can mask them up pretty decently, but they're not a super killer unit overall. Interesting that Kylar is right next to both Rubenstock and Bell's docks. Could actually be awkward if he comes out here and tries to knock these down. Even just with, like, sending some villagers might be worth it. I don't know. Hey, Boy Wonder. He knows where Rubenstock is. He knows where he is. I don't know if he anticipates this plan or not from Rubenstock, but he knows where he is. I will say, despite the fact I just said that Rubenstock has TC dropped now at least a couple times in the past few days, Rubenstock doesn't TC drop a ton in these Nomad lobbies. He much prefers a, like, fast feudal tower play. So even though, yes, Rubenstock is kind of, except for maybe Lix, the most known player for TC drops, it might not be what Boy Wonder has in mind. We'll see. Also, what else? Rubenstock is being annoying down here. Verbose does not have Loom yet, so Rubenstock is diving on these villagers, trying to get a kill. And won't find a kill. Good micro there for our lowest elo player in the lobby. We like to see that. Boy Wonder has had quite the start, though. It's got to be said, this is at least the third boar he's brought in. So he is going to be flying economically. Ilar clicks up to the Feudal Age first, so he's probably going to go water here for his team, right? I think that makes sense. Rubenstock is in here with a villager. So, okay. Right, this is Rubenstock's dock. So Rubenstock has been walled in by Kylar. So Kylar is not going for the dock itself, but will instead just wall in this villager. Could come up here and do the same, though it looks like Bell is going to simply walk away. And here we go. Rubenstock's got plenty of wood in the bank. So it's just a matter of time here. He's picking his moment wisely. Boy Wonder is up to the Feudal Age after this villager, but here comes the villagers for Rubenstock. Okay, the barracks gets placed down in probably an unfortunate position. Maybe a lucky position, though. He's kind of blocking this. Okay, there it is. So, we'll see what the reaction is here from Boy Wonder. Boy Wonder is an expert in these Nomad games. So, I sort of criticized the players in the last game I just cast because... Same position here, right? Rubenstock is the Franks. There's absolutely no TC dropping bonus that the Franks have. So you can just take the fight, right? And you see Rubenstock is already a fair bit behind on TC HP. A lot of times players are in this mindset of, if I'm being TC dropped, it's probably going to be a Persian TC, so they think they can't win it, and they just give up before even fighting. But there's no reason you can't win the TC war if your opponent has no bonuses for it. So, Boy Wonder, being a little bit more experienced than the other players we saw, will take the fight and try to just win it straight up. We'll see. He's got a lot of wood, right? Rubenstock has more wood, but he could potentially do pretty okay in this fight. Alright, elsewhere. What have we got? Max is going archery range here with the Cumans. He's thinking about Castle Age as well. Valessa is about to click up to the Castle Age, and as we said, he's going unique unit, which he can do with all this stuff on stone. Max is trying to punch in here with a tower rush, but shouldn't be able to deny the castle, right? So I don't know if this tower play is going to work out for him in the long run. What about here? Verbose is kind of walled up. He's vaguely walled. And he's going to go archery range blacksmith here. He's thinking about a Castle Age timing in the near future. Full went water. Okay, full went water. So he's not close to clicking up. He's also kind of losing water to Kylar. He's actually really losing water to Kylar. So that's not super good. Rubenstock is having to commit 2 villagers to repairing his TCs. Ditto for Boy Wonder. So this is... I mean, it's still a real big issue for Boy Wonder, right? Even if you don't end up winning this TC war as Rubenstock. I think Rubenstock is going to come down here and drop another TC somewhere, right? Is that what he's trying to do? He says, never mind. Just joking. Oh, I actually love this, too. Boy Wonder is keeping Rubenstock's TC up. So Rubenstock can't just drop a TC, actually has to come back here and delete this, which is an extra click. Now, Rubenstock is famous for saying this never works. He says you can never put palisades down in such a way to prevent the TC drop, but Verbose is doing a pretty good job. Oh! Nope, it never works. It simply never works. It's impossible. Rubenstock is proven right again. And he's going to get the TC drop down. Now, Bell is also castle dropping over here. So I'm not sure how necessary this TC drop was from Rubenstock with the castle coming up anyway. But, you know, it is what it is. Boy Wonder is going to drop an archery range. He's going to drop a blacksmith. He didn't take a ton of damage, right? It's idle time repairing the TC. It's wood you're investing repairing the TC, so it is still damage that Rubenstock did to him, but he didn't kill any villagers. He didn't kill the TC. So Boy Wonder is still in a pretty good position here. He's going to make some archers to try and harass Rubenstock's wood line as Rubenstock goes for the walls. And Verbose, again, we see the difference in experience here, right? Verbose is the lowest elo player in this lobby, and he's just going to let the TC go down. Doesn't consider fighting against Rubenstock's TC. Now, maybe it isn't worth it anyway with the castle right here, right? You know conks are coming down from Bell. So it's maybe you don't want to hang out here anyway, and that's the reason why we don't see any fighting for this TC, but also double tower here on the gold is pretty good for Verbose. I like that. Rubenstock's, yeah, he's gonna have to leave. He simply has to leave. The walls were nice, but a couple of archers sitting around here still just makes it so awkward. Rubenstock's still in the Dark Age. Okay. So he could be thinking about another TC drop if he can mine some stone. Right now, he's just going to go forward with the villagers and start knocking down towers. He's going to lose villagers doing this, but it's not the end of the world. And as soon as these villagers pop out here, the conks can start gunning them down. This is actually really bad for Verbose. Oh no, Rubenstock's on the other side. There's nowhere to run. Rubenstock goes for the walls. Purple might be completely defeated here, actually. Hold on. He's got these villagers left. But the conks are gunning down his villagers forward. Panic tower here. Oh, but the tower is kind of a big deal. He doesn't have enough stone for a TC anymore. And Rubenstock's vills, they don't care. They don't care about these towers. They're coming in. And once the towers go down, there's nothing protecting these vills from the conks. This is actually really, really bad for purple. Anything happening over here? Valesa's adding in a Rambai, and Max is going for a castle. Oh no, purple, I feel so bad. Boy Wonder says run to me. Get out of here.
Yes.
Oh, no, just go. Okay, he's gonna run with everything, but I think he could potentially lose everything but these two villagers. Purple must be stressed, yeah. This is a stressful moment. Rubenstock's gonna TC drop the back of Boy Wonder's wood line now. So he deletes another TC, and Purple does indeed lose everything but these two villagers, I think. Oh no, he's got, well, they're not gonna survive that long. Where's the extra villager? Does he have, oh, she's still here by the dock. Okay, that could be big. Oh, and he saves one here, so let's go. He's got 4 villagers still alive. This is a TC war that Boy Wonder should win, but he doesn't really want to have to take it. There's still more annoyances here for him. Reboom of the century incoming for purple. Could be. It could be. Where does he go? I think maybe if I don't know what he sees all. Oh, he doesn't see very much. So, oh god. Maybe you try to come back here and get in between Max and Boy Wonder potentially. All right, meanwhile, Kylar already has 3 TCs down. He's going for a 4th. Full is back here getting his 2nd TC up. It's 3 TC for Bell, and he has that castle making conks, so it's actually a really good eco here for Bell. And there goes a ton of fish for green. That's big. Fine. Okay, I'm not going to say this phrase Rubenstock just said because I feel like it could be taken out of context really easily, but he's saying we need to find we need to find Boy Wonder's wood line. And there it is. They found it. So that's quite a few villagers down, but the conks are kind of getting toasted here by the crossbows. And Valesa's not playing around over here, so we've got fin on fin violence over in the east. And Valesa's dropping a castle right on top of Max's face. Max has 2 TCs here, by the way, that this castle is going to be denying. And I said you need quite a few Arambai before they start feeling good. Well, Valesa's got 11 of them. That's a fairly good number. It's Kipchaks. Ooh. I like Kipchaks a lot, but I don't know if... I actually don't know which unique unit I'd prefer here out of Kipchaks or Arambai. Max is still being annoying with towers around here. Conquistador numbers are fairly low. Green trying to get bloodlines now, but he lost all of those fish. That was so many fishing ships were right there that he just lost. So has to readjust his eco a little bit, get more farms down to afford additional conks. Okay, Verbose is here. He's planted his TC. This is a pretty safe place, all things considered. Nice and peaceful, right? This is like untouched land. Still has boar to take. He's just starting over. He's beginning again. For him, the game has just begun. Okay. Conks being annoying around the back of Kyler's base. Full doing a lot of damage here with the fire ships. So Rubenstock's team is not done competing for water yet. This is a lot of fire ships here for Full. And there's a lot of fish here for Kylar that he could take down. Rubenstock is also starting a new game, by the way. He does have quite a few more villagers than Verbose does, but he's going to TC down here. This is maybe not the best place to TC. It's right next to Full Vision from Kylar. So it's not quite as safe as Verbose's TC, it's got to be said. Alright, we've got Kipchak versus Arambai here. There are also some Mangonels here. Kipchaks are better than some units against Mangonels, I guess, but if they take one shot, they get absolutely toasted. So Max has to be very careful here. Oh. Okay, Bloodlines comes in, which is a massive upgrade for the Kipchaks. This is very micro-intensive, though, but I guess Max doesn't have a ton else to look at. I think the Kipchaks should trade pretty good against the Arambai, I think. It's just a matter of these Mangonels making things scuffed. Kylar dropped a castle, so this TC expansion from Full is not going to last long. Also, what have we got going on here economically? Bell's floating a ton of gold, but nobody's really thinking about Imperial Age yet. Okay. Rubenstock has a couple little groups of villagers around the map. Don't know. Okay, that's a dock. Alright, Blue's going for a castle. He's got a couple Mangonels here. Kylar does not have anything at home is the issue, I suppose. He's going to make some Mamelukes. What a game this is. We're getting Arambai, Kipchaks, and Mamelukes. Crazy. Those are 3 very rarely seen unique units, but it's fine here. All right. Arambai, again, really not good in low numbers, so dripping them in that way is not great. These Mangonels have been on a trip, man. They have been circling the map over here, trying to find a good fight against the Kipchaks. And this is not great. Arambai are kind of getting dusted off the map by the Kipchaks. That was a nice attack round from Valesa on the crossbows, but one of the Mangonels go down. And like I said, Kipchaks with the extra arrows, they actually do pretty decent damage against the siege for now. Okay, well, the first castle is denied over here for Full. So Kylar says, okay, I'm going for the castle. Counter castle from Full should go up as well, but it's pretty awkward. Probably going to have to see petards here for both players. The castles are right on top of each other. Blue needs to try to not take quite so many villager losses, but it's awkward here. He had a lot of stuff in that castle, right? Mameluke's riding forward. Max, he's shifting into fish boom mode, and if you know Max like I know Max, sometimes Max can get up to like 50 or 60 fishing ships on this map if you let him. Full's kind of taking it though right now, right? He's been wiped off of water, more or less, which was all he had, really. He's down to 40 villagers is really bad. And Rubenstock's on only 31. Of course, you know, it's still... Verbose is probably never going to be back in this game, realistically. He's still on feudal age as well, so he can't even like super boom. He has to get up to the castle age first, which really sucks. It really is tough. So despite completely wiping purple off the map, I think Kyler's team is still winning this, right? Look at the military numbers. It's wildly out in front. Full says I'm dead. And he is. He is dead. Rubenstock is also dead. But Valessa, I don't know. He's doing okay, but he's not boomed, right? It's Bell going up to Imp. Kylar says stay. I don't know who he's saying this to. Oh, he's saying it to Boy Wonder. So he's saying we're about to get a huge clear up on all these villagers if you stick around here. Max is running this way with villagers as well. Max is TC dropping full. Okay. Sure. The Castle Age TC drop. I guess that's fine. I don't know if he was just coming out, if he wanted a TC anyway out here, because he's kind of getting pushed off of all his home stuff. Oh, he's really getting pushed off of his home stuff. Okay, I see. Bell got another castle up. Who's winning? Who's winning this game? Verbose is dead. Max is dying. He's in the process of dying. Boy Wonder isn't dead or dying, but he got hit pretty hard early in this game, so he's not super back into it. But equally, Rubenstock and Full are both dead. But Valessa and Bell are doing good. We're winning? That's true. We are winning this game. That is a fact. I mean, Spanish is a pretty good carry civ if you have to choose one, right? For me, it's not quite as much. I'd rather definitely have, like, Franks or Ethiopians in this game other than not for me's. But, you know, you take what you can get. Saracens are an okay civ to be boomed up with. Malay also pretty good. I think I still prefer Kyler's positioning. Kyler's team's positioning. Supremacy and Cavalier coming in here from Bell. I mean, fully boomed Spanish is really scary, right? Yep. Imperial Age hits for Kylar, but he's not teched into anything. So he can't just make units like Bell can. Ideally, the Saracen comp is Arbalests and like Siege, I guess, or like Infantry and Siege, maybe. Ooh, God, the armor is not full Mameluke. Maybe Mamelukes can be okay against Cavalier. Max still has this TC up, but that's about all he has left back here. He's kind of been gutted by everything else that's happened. Okay, Full's going to go for the boom. Oh, sorry, this is Full and Rubenstock coming back here for additional town centers. So, booming back into this. Verbose check-in. He's got a fire galley on the field, and he is slowly taking down Rubenstock's dock. Also, oh, his fish are getting cleared up by Rubenstock, though. That's kind of tough. But he's on the way to Castle Age. Let's go. Verbose is on the way to Castle Age. Once he hits Castle Age, the sky's the limit. He can make another TC back here. Make another one up here. Like, he's got a lot of space to work with. It is. I said Verbose was never getting back into this game, but there is a chance here that he actually does get back in this game. But Bell, he's got Cavalier, he's got Paladin coming in 3 minutes away from having Paladin on the field. And this is going to be a problem, I think, for the other team. Full Mameluke, but there isn't a ton of upgrades on the Mameluke. 40-minute fast castle, that's true. It's the new build order. Hero will be playing it any day now, I'm sure, and putting it up on his Patreon or whatever. I mean, I guess the Mamelukes are doing okay. It's okay. It's decent. Verbose says yellow. Okay. Not sure what he means by that. Verbose has plenty of time to just look at the map, though, right? This is the value that Purple is giving his team right now. He's just looking around and seeing things they can't see. I like the big walls here from Boy Wonder, actually, a lot. Max is castle dropping. He's castle dropping blue. He's castle dropping Ruben stock. So this is going to further delay both of their booms back into this game. Bell's dropping another forward castle. The Mamelukes are here, but the Paladin are about to be here. And we'll see just how good these Mamelukes do. They don't have upgrades, so I think they do pretty bad here, right? Yeah. Yeah, they're not doing great as Paladin clicks for Bell. There are a lot of Mamelukes. There are many Mamelukes here. Bloodline's coming in. They've got the armor. They do take the melee upgrades for attack. So waiting on Iron Casting there. Honestly, it's not that bad. Mamelukes OP. Who would have guessed? Okay, Trebs are starting to work away at Max's castle. Max is actually going up to Imperial Age. I don't know how he's managed to do this, considering everything else that's happening to him. Zico is not great, but I guess it's good enough. This castle will not stay up for Max, though. The Paladin arrive and can start taking out the villagers underneath if Capture Age doesn't completely give up on me. Okay. Oh, Max suddenly has Kipchaks here. The minor freeze pumped them out into existence from the other. But the castle is still going to go down. Kipchaks or no. Bell's getting chemistry. We've got Onager coming in for Valessa. So Valessa has hit Imp as well. He's got over 100 villagers. And, I mean, what do you do as the Burmese? It's monks. It's siege. They've got okay infantry. That's kind of all they've got. Rubenstock still providing a ton of value back here. Despite being pretty dead for a while now. Man, look at Blue. No, Blue's now the most dead player in the game. As the boom progresses here for Purple, he has surpassed one other player. There we go. It's only a matter of time until he overtakes Rubenstock. Rubenstock is going for another TC up here. Another castle is going to go down for Max, though. And this is what Max was producing his military with, right? So that's kind of difficult for him now to contribute in any way. Let's go. Elite Mamelukes. They don't have Blast Furnace, but they've got everything else. These are Supremacy Villagers, but Supremacy Villagers are not the way against full Mamelukes. Here come the Paladin. I don't think the Paladin are going to do that well either, are they? Maybe underneath the castle it's okay. But yeah, I don't think you can dive on these trebuchets. Banking coming in for Kylar, okay. You don't usually see trade of any kind on this map. This is a pretty good surround for the Paladin as far as things go. I think that's about as good of a engagement as they could have hoped for. I still don't think this is a great fight though, to be honest. Castle goes down. I still think Kylar's team is going to win this. Don't ask me how. Well, oh boy, I don't know. Max is now super dead, though. Here we go. Verbose has passed another player. He's now only the third most dead player in the game. Eventually, he will be... Look, he's finding damage. He killed a villager from Valessa. He's going to kill another one. Let's go. I'm so hype about this. And Valessa hasn't noticed. Valessa is looking at this, which is probably more important for him to look at, to be honest. But he hasn't noticed. Okay, there we go. He garrisons now. This is stuff he doesn't want to have to think about. Cumin Mercenaries. That's the one that gives the... What? I don't even remember what that does. Does that give your allies free Kipchaks? Is that what that is? I honestly don't remember. I can't remember what that upgrade is. You never see it. I think that's the first time I've ever seen that upgrade actually come in. Boy Wonder is kind of getting dusted here by Valessa. Valessa's got 26 Elite Arambai on the field. Mamelukes don't care. They just came in here and destroyed this TC from blue. All by themselves. They don't need siege. There's 52 Elite Mamelukes on the field. What is this game? Another castle's gonna go down for Bell, but Valessa is on the warpath. Boy Wonder is the second most boomed player on his team right now, so this is kind of a big deal that Valessa's completely washing him. Rubenstock is pretty close to getting back in this game, though. He's getting up to Imperial Age. He's got 100 villagers, so he could start producing here pretty quickly. He's the Franks, okay. Is there a world where we ever see Throwing Axemen versus Mamelukes here? I think that's the only thing we're missing here, but look at this. The Mamelukes are going to carve through this town center. This is a town center that already has at least masonry. I don't know what else has come in here for green. And it is still going to simply die. Treb's forward here. Gonna start taking out more castles. It's full hand cannon here for Bell. Is that good? It's probably okay against the Mamelukes if you can get enough of them, but against like 60 of them, maybe not. That's Elite Kipchak in for Max. Alright, Arambai, clear up all of our boys light cav. That's unfortunate. But look at this. He's up to 70 villagers. He might actually surpass Boy Wonder soon, which would actually not be a good thing for his team, really, but you know. Arambai would clear those Mamelukes, surely? Would they? I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen that fight before. Probably they would, right? I think they would. I mean, he's got 45 of them, so they're going to be hitting tons of Mamelukes with all of their stray shots. Well, Bell's about to be dead here. Manipur Cavalry. Okay. Also, Forging is just coming in for Valessa. Arambai take Forging, right? They go by, or do they not? What counts as an Arambai? Yeah. I mean, I guess they have so much base damage, it doesn't matter that much, but a little interesting that Valessa didn't get any of that earlier. Bearded Axe. Okay, let's go. We're going to see Throwing Axemen versus Mamelukes. I'm dying. I'm so hyped for that. I hope we get to see it. I really hope we get to see it before this game ends. I want to see Throwing Axemen versus Mamelukes. We need like 30 more Mamelukes to die to make it an even fight, though. What's happening up here? Valessa is continuing on the warpath. Kylar's castles are going to start going down. This is important since he's going full Mameluke, right? Boy Wonder is going to repair the castle. Such teamwork. Beautiful teamwork. Okay. What else? Max is killing Rubenstock's market, which is, by the way, being traded with. I don't know where these trade carts are going for Rubenstock. Is it just right here? Well, they're not going anywhere anymore. The market goes down. The push is continuing here for Kylar. He is slowly losing the Mamelukes forward, though. He's having to churn them elsewhere. God, he has so many Mamelukes. Okay, we're about to see. Do the Arambai melt these Mamelukes? The answer is yes. They do very well. They do very well, actually. Okay, well, now you know. There is also an onager back here, making the fight a little bit unfair. All the Trebs do go down, but that is a lot of Mamelukes wiped off the field. Max says you die. I don't know who he's talking to. He's talking to his own team. Who is he saying? Who die? 92 vills here for Verbose. Let's go. He's played SimCity. surely he can produce an army soon. That being said, Rubenstock's in the game. So even though Bell has died a little bit, okay, throwing Axemen versus the Kipchaks, I think is not going to be great for the Kipchaks. Trebs go down as well to Supremacy Villagers, and there are quite a few hand cannons here. Green really needs to boom back into this game, though. He lost a lot there. And it was damage well spent, right? He really gave his team a chance. But, okay, round 2, Arambai versus Mamelukes. The Onager goes down. Well, it's actually... As soon as the Arambai lose, like, critical mass, it becomes very bad for them. They really need to have a huge number advantage. So the Arambai are going down. More Trebs are going to go down for Valessa behind this, sorry. Hussar coming in for Valessa, who is... nice, still has quite a bit of gold from somewhere. I have no idea where he's taking gold. Okay, it's right here. Still has some gold here, but Hussar switch is always good. Okay, here we go. Verbose coming in again. He's killing more villagers. It's now Blue that he's knocking down even further. Poor Blue has not had a very nice game this game. It's got to be said. He's had a pretty rough game. Which is saying something in this game, because a lot of players have had a really rough game this game. But the Axemen are coming in. And the Axemen also don't care about TCs too much. They're kind of chewing through this Kumin town center. Max has got the TC train going here. I don't know how or why he had so many TCs right up against each other, but they're all going to go down. Military is even. Eco is evening out. TC's going down for Max. Max is up over 100 villagers, and he's going trade cogs. Okay. How much is he getting from this? 110 gold. Where are these trade cogs going? Hold on. Oh, this trade route is insane for Max. Okay. So Max says, who cares? I don't need these TCs. I've got insane trade cog value going up around the outside. We've got trade carts starting up for Rubenstock's team. Axemen not taking the fight against the Kipchaks immediately is a little rough. But Max will lose another town center. He's got a couple more back here that he's running back to. Oh boy, okay. Boy Wonder is getting into Arbalest, and he's also got some bombard cannons on the field. Max probably needs to switch into cavalry at some point. Kipchaks just don't feel that good the later this game goes. What's happening up here? Purple. The raids are coming in. He's hitting Blue again. Poor Blue. He's been taken out of this game so many times. He's trying to get his trade set up. Check in here. Verbose is... Ooh, he's boomed back in, right? Imperial Age on the way for our boy. He's gonna hit Imp before Blue. Axemen continuing to roam around, and this is not the gold pile you want to be taking gold from if you are these villagers. Imagine that reaction time. They like in a real world situation, like half of your coworkers get axed down and you're like, this is fine. And then finally the one you really like goes down and you're like, all right, I guess I gotta leave this pile now. Walls up here for full. All right, we've got another round of Arambai versus Mamelukes here. The Arambai were kind of trying to sell out on the bombard cannon there, I think, though. So they weren't taking a great fight against the actual Mamelukes. Onagers, though, can take some pretty good shots against the Mamelukes. We've got Boy Wonder here with bombard cannons. Villagers getting a castle up. He's got a decent Arb mass now. Got some halbs coming out additionally. Let's go purple, let's go purple. Zico's pretty good. Who is he playing as? The Tatars, okay. So ideally, he wants to go into Cav Archers. I don't know how much gold he actually has back here, though, is the issue. Oh, he's got some gold. Does he know? He knows. He could go into Cav Archers here, theoretically. Alright, he's hit Imp. Eco is dead even. Military is still Kylar's team advantage. It's elite Step Lancers here for Max. Send in the Flaming Camels. That's true. If there was ever a game we were going to see unironic Flaming Camel play, it would be this one. Do you still need that? Do you still need the tech for them? I don't even remember what it's called, but you still need that unique tech, right? So he needs a castle if he's going to do that, I think. Okay. Max has arrived with some Step Lancers. Step Lancers don't feel that good, though, realistically. Not against anything your opponents are making. What does this trade route look like now? Rubenstock's got the markets back up here. Where are they going? They're going... Oh, it's a pretty good trade route. It's a pretty good land trade route. It's coming all the way... Oh, no, wait. They're coming from here? I'm so confused about the logistics of this trade route. It's 67 per trip, though, so technically Max's is better. Max has a transport ship here. I wonder why he has that. Let's start coming in for purple. He's also getting crop rotation. Big fight here. The Mamelukes are sniping down Trebs. Step Lancers are in here as well. There's hand cannons and axemen. There are a lot of hand cannons stacked up on a couple of spaces, so I think they actually can win this fight, even though it's not a great trade for them. This castle from Rubenstock is going to go down before it ever goes up. He actually deletes it. Crazy awareness. I don't know how these players pay attention to all this stuff going on at once. Gold's about to run out on the map itself. I think this is going to be the only gold pile left pretty soon here. Well, there's still some gold here for purple. Blast Furnace coming in for a couple different players. Purple now diving on Valessa's Siege, trying to get it down. Onagers are going to go down. I don't know if he can snipe the Trebuchets, though. There's a lot of Arumbai here. Probably easier when everything is cubes, true. That's actually a good point. I forget that the Finnish players play on cube mode, or they used to. I actually don't know if they still play on cube mode, but last I knew, Max and Rubenstock still played with cube mode. I haven't watched either of them play from their perspective in a while, though, so that might not be the case anymore. Trebs are going down. Arbalest's bringing them down. And there are some Halbs in here. They do a lot of damage when they actually catch up to the Arumbai. I still think Kyler's team is going to win this. I think they're still in a good position, especially down here, right? Max is back in this game. The trade cog boom was giga-brained from Max. It was actually a crazy move to go for the super trade cogs. It would actually be like, they don't know this is happening, but imagine if this dock was cleared up. That would be such a big deal. You just need one Treb down here, a couple Axemen down here. That would have caused such an issue for Max to get back into this game. But right now, he's fully boomed. He's got 40 of those trade cogs, bringing in crazy amounts of gold. And he's got over 100 villagers to make up for the rest of it. Do we need a wood check-in? Is that where this game is going? We've got plenty of wood. It's fine. Maybe? Nah, we got plenty of wood. Plenty of wood. But the push back is coming from the south. There are a lot of Trebs here. Max and Kylar both have a lot of Trebs here. Now the Spanish Supremacy Villagers are coming forward. They're actually probably going to be able to kill both of these Trebs down here for Max. They're getting poked in the back by the Steppe Lancers. They don't care. Down goes the one. And down goes the other. I don't think the villagers are going to find as much success against these Trebs, though. That's double castle for Rubenstock going down to these trebs. This is a lot of stuff here. There's a lot of axemen and there's a lot of hand cannons mixed in here. Ooh, bombard cannons getting some big shots. Step Lancer Mameluke versus throwing axeman hand cannon is an interesting fight for sure. There are halbs here as well for Bell. But Castle 1 goes down. I think Castle 2 will be shortly behind it unless Rubenstock's trebs get their sniper rifles out. Banking coming in now for Rubenstock. He's up to 52 trade cards. Blue is almost back in this game, though. It's got to be said. He's up at 100 eco units now, so he should be able to start producing some military. Mamelukes are up here, finding tons of value against Hussar and Halb. Arambai are also... Sorry, these are Arambai. My eyes are failing me. They're Arambai, not Mamelukes. Thumbring crossbow for Kylar, so he's finally switching out of Mamelukes. I think it's probably time. As much as I love Mamelukes, I think they've maybe served their purpose here in this matchup. Now that there's a lot of halbs out and the axemen and everything, it gets a little bit awkward. We've got halb coming in for Valessa, forward castle here from Boy Wonder, who has some idle eco in the back here. We've got forced levy coming in for Boy Wonder. Okay. So we've got what are they called? What's the term for them? Trash two-handed swordsman. Whatever that. I'm blanking on the cheeky name for them, but that's pretty good. That's a pretty good composition. Trash swords? Maybe, yeah. It's gonna be that now. The trash swords are gonna come in. Supplies as well. He's not teched into it at all, by the way. He's only getting man-at-arms now. Food-handed swordsman. Yes, food-handed swordsman is definitely the term for them. I actually love that. That's so good. The push has been stalled out down here. There's still a lot of throwing axemen here for Rubenstock. They can snipe the trebuchets really easy. They do pretty good against the step lancers as well. Green has a pretty solid mass of units here. Halb, hand cannon, and some bombard cannons being mixed in. And the switch took Kylar out of this game, actually. He should have stayed on Mamelukes. Switching away from Mamelukes was a gigantic mistake for Kylar. He's trying to get into Arb, which is better, but he has no military on the field right now, so the push has been stalled down there without Kylar's help, right? That's the difference. Axemen versus Castle. Hoardings is coming in here for Max. I don't think this is a good fight for the Axemen, I'm going to be honest. So, I mean, they're kind of doing the work. But Boy Wonder being fully teched into a god comp is kind of an issue. Oh, you can just make a Kipchaks. That's what that upgrade is that Max got. It lets your allies make Kipchaks. That's such a bad bonus. That's such a bad tech. Holy. But, I mean, Malay Kipchaks, right? They get Bracer. So maybe they're cracked. Maybe this is actually the next big meta shift. You can go Kipchaks with, like, a CA Civ, and suddenly they feel pretty good, right? I hadn't considered this. Okay, two-handed swordsman now coming in for Boy Wonder, so he's about to be into his food-handed swordsman. The Kipchaks are kind of putting in work. I scoffed at the... Oh, Timur's Siegecraft coming in for verbose, okay. I kind of scoffed when Max got that unique tech, but it's being used pretty well here from Boy Wonder. Okay, Kylar has arrived with more ranged units. It's kind of a hodgepodge of stuff in here. There's skirms, there's crossbow, there's hand cannons. Green, what are we looking at here? Green, what are we looking at? Where are we looking? Where are we looking? He's losing all of his hand cannons to this for free. That's kind of awkward. Bombard Tower. Okay. Well, Kylar's not going to be able to push Bombard Towers with his crossbows and skirmishers, that's for sure. Rubenstock has now switched over to this side. He's got Trebs here, and I think this castle goes down for Boy Wonder. Arbalest Kipchak's really mowing through the Hussar, really mowing through the Axemen too, to be honest. Castle going down for now from Valessa there. This is a crazy game. But Kylar's team is ahead in both metrics currently. Purple's got some Trebs here. He's trying to make stuff happen. Blue is kind of back in the game, but still not really. It's taken him so long to boom back up. He's going into Siege Workshops now. I don't know if he got the unique tech for his siege. I didn't notice that come in, but there were tons of techs coming in over here, and I wasn't able to pay attention to all of them. Ooh, this might be the thing. This might be the one. Max has found his way into the trade line with all of these Steppe Lancers. Rubenstock says, clean this, and Full says, losing trade. How do we clean this? What is here to clean this with? There's nothing. There's even rams in here. Oh, this was... Oh, I'm so mad at myself that I missed this, actually. This was the transport ship. I said, why does Max have a transport ship? This is why. He came in here, landed, got stables down, a castle down, and a siege workshop down. And he has gutted the trade line for his opponents. Again, Giga Brain Max comes in clutch here. And I think this might be the moment, right? Oh, maybe not, though. Rubenstock switching up here actually made a big difference, and the pushback is happening. Valessa and Rubenstock super on the pushback. It's going to be Onager here. Ethiopian Onager is kind of scary. Kylar has not been able to push down here. Full Bombard Tower defense. Actually working down here for Bell. They saved a lot of their trade. They did. Rubenstock noticed really early. So I don't know where his trade is going to right now. Okay, it's here. So it's not as good as it once was, but they did manage to reroute it. They lost quite a bit, but they still have quite a bit, so that's not terrible. I say they still have quite a bit. Valessa loses a lot. Also, Green is losing his, so maybe Rubenstock is the only one that was able to save his trade. Because there's more Valessa trade carts. I don't know where these guys are going, but I don't think they're going to make it. Oh, jeez. Tough. So Rubenstock was able to save most of his trade, at least. And this pushback is pretty good. But Red has finally been able to get some trebuchets on the field, so Kylar is going to start pushing back these Bombard Towers. Green not really able to deal with this 1v1. Siege Onager coming in for Blue. But Treb's going down for Rubenstock. Verbose dives in again. And they call... Wait, who called the GG? Valessa did, okay. So Rubenstock's team calls the GG. They've taken too much damage. You can see in their total population, right? They're quite far behind now. Oh boy, and Kylar's team wins. An absolute grind of a game. Wow. Crazy game. Jeez. Does anyone remember when Rubenstock started this game with the TC drop? That was fun. That was fun. Wow. This was huge from Max. Honestly. really big. He gutted a lot of Green's villagers down here and cleaned up a lot of the trade, right? That was a huge play from Max. And the switch from Kylar kind of reversed the push briefly up here against him, but once he was able to get fully into like Skirm Arbalest, there's nothing the full hand cannon could do against it. Oh, geez. Okay. Well, I'm glad we... See, the wheel does not steer us wrong. The wheel has never steered me wrong in my life.